Greetings, peace, and light. Thank you for tuning in to my Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook podcast, where I am none other than Aisha, affectionately known as Jade. I'd like to welcome you again. This is a live makeup audio for Friday, January the 25th. 2019, Friday, January the 25th, 2019. Hopefully I have the date right, but if I don't, when you listen to this, it does have the correct date. So this is going to be, I'm going after this podcast or, whatever. I'm going to take a quick little break and then I'm going to be back because my plan is to be caught up until today. Okay, so good afternoon and greetings and peace and light. Again, live makeup audio for Friday, January the 25th, 2019. And I always like to speak about everything. The mental, emotional, financial, spiritual. I like to speak about all of it because if you think about it, to me, it all connects together. So I talk a lot about self-care and self-love and respect and, motivational things, inspirational things, business. If, you're a business owner, entrepreneur, public speaker, all of that, even if you are not in business for yourself, but you're, in a career, you're working for corporate America. But you know what? One little topic that I really have not spoken about, and it has to do with your physical, right? Because if your physical is not good, if it's not up and productive and progressive, then nothing else is going to be connected that good also. So I happen to think about this because probably not a lot of people, maybe so, not too sure. We don't think about not only, we want to make sure that our faces are well groomed and looks nice and flawless as much as possible, but also our teeth. A lot of people, for whatever the reason, no judgment because I know no one's pocketbook or wallet. However, we do need to do our best to keep care of our teeth, whether you are younger or you are older. I think it's very important to take care of our teeth. Because if you are one of those people, especially like if you are diabetic, you have chronic illness, and you take a lot of these prescriptions, I do believe that they do aid in your bone density in your mouth as well as your body. So I want to talk just a little bit about making sure that we make sure that we take care of our teeth as often as we can. And I believe that there definitely are things that we can do at home until we get to the dentist, right? Everybody has different options. So some of these that I may read, you may or may not agree with, and that is okay because not only do I believe that you should get to the dentist when you can, but there are natural options that you can do as well as what the dentist may recommend. So it's totally your choice and your options. So this topic is talking about the drinking habits that's annoying your dentist. The drinking habits that's annoying your dentist. So listen, we don't make it a habit of pissing people off in general, but if there's one person you definitely want on your side, it's your dentist. Because those cleanings, as I now know, can be brutal. So we recently asked our top pet peeve, right? Infusing your water with lemon and lime, which is kind of a bummer since plain old water can be kind of boring. And, a lot of times, we like to infuse our waters with like lemon and limes and oranges and strawberries and different types of fruits that you can infuse it with. But some dentists don't really agree with that. So let's just see. So that extra twist of lemon or lime contains acid, which is a big no-no when it comes to oral health. Acidic mouths lead to tooth decay, gum disease, enamel, which is the outer protective layer of your tooth, damage, and bad breath. To keep your teeth and dentist happy, stick to plain water instead. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? And if you have other options, even when I, speak of some, definitely leave it in the comment box. All suggestions I am open to. So I want to speak on 9 things your dentist wishes you would stop doing. 9 things your dentist wishes you would stop doing. I definitely would say when you do go to the dentist, be as honest just be honest, I have never been to the dentist. I've had one of those quick look in my mouths, look at my teeth, see how they are. And the regular conversation, make sure I brush, make sure I rinse, make sure I floss, right? But I've never had extensive mouth work until December, which I was told that I need a root canal. So I started that process. Quite interesting. That's all I can really say to it. Interesting. However, I'm going to need both sides of my mouth worked on. And I really believe that the reason why, that is because I'm diabetic, and a lot of that medicine that I was taking, it just really kind of broke down the bone density in my mouth and the calcium. And so now my teeth are more super sensitive. I'm going to get it done because, again, I know no one else's purse or wallet, but I'm going to have to just do what I need to do, get that money up so that they can complete my mouth. So I don't have to go, just keep spending out a lot of money. But I definitely believe in making sure that my physical well-being is taken care of. So, that taking care of your teeth is important. I hope that you would know that. But be honest. How often do you really floss? Honestly, how often do we really floss? I have to be honest with myself. Once upon a time, I really didn't floss like that. First I started, I didn't do it at all. Then I did it here and there. But now that I've been to the dentist, I do it at least every other day. I need to do it every day, but I do it at least every other day. At least 2, sometimes 3 times a day. So be honest. How often do you really floss? So when you lie to the dentist, I don't know why you would. You might be scared or fearful, but just be honest, because believe me, once they get you in that chair and they open and stretch your mouth forever wide. Okay, I didn't even know my mouth could even open that wide. But once they open up your mouth, they really can go in and they can see if you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? Because you still, when you get done with that dentist, you still have to take care of your mouth. Flossing and rinsing before and after, and brushing. So I want to speak about 9 things that your dentist would really, really, really like for you to stop doing, which is lying about your flossing habits. So we pay a lot of money to go to school and access the health of your gums, right? So we have to make sure that we take care of our mouths. If you don't floss or don't know the proper way, the dentist can teach you how to floss. And that might sound silly, but some people really may not understand or know how to floss. So if you are unsure, it's not an embarrassing thing, even though some of you may think it is. Just be as upfront as you can and let them know what you know and what you don't know, and ask. Okay? The next is using at-home whitening kits. So a lot of people use whitening kits. they would suggest Crest white strips. Like when I got done, they gave me stuff from there. I know I'm more of a natural girl. I'll be open to try it, but I also do my research to see what other things, because I have sensitive teeth. So I would prefer to use things that are more sensitive friendly. But if you're just, if you're really not into like that whole organic, vegan, natural thing, then use what the dentist give you. Okay? They say not only using your own at-home kits, it can do some serious damage. Like bleaching your teeth with over-the-counter products can lead to thinning your enamel, your enamel, gum irritation, and recession, and sensitive teeth. So if you want a mouthful of those pretty little pearly whites, make an appointment with your dentist. And some of those try at home or some of those over the counter or products are not good. I just say this. If you're creating your own at home whitening kits, really do your research so that you don't mess your teeth up really bad. The next is infusing your water with lemon and lime. Okay? So we get that just plain old water is really boring, and that extra twist of lemon or lime, it makes the water taste better. But according to research, it contains acid, which is a big no-no when it comes to oral health. Okay. Again, acidic mouths lead to tooth decay, gum disease, and, the outer protective layer of your mouth can damage and have bad breath. So they suggest if you can just do plain old water. You might be able to use something else besides lemon and lime where it's not so doesn't have so much acid in it. I haven't really used lemon and lime much like that anymore. But it's nothing wrong with a little, there's other things I believe that you can use, that doesn't have so much acid in it. Like, what do you guys think about if you don't want to drink plain water, the sparkling water? What do you guys think about that? Love your comments. I do. The next is brushing with a hard bristle toothbrush. So brushing with a hard brush combined with too much pressure is bad news. Think recession and potentially brushing off the enamel. Hope I'm saying it right. Forgive me if I'm not. Always stick to soft bristles to keep your gums and teeth healthy. Right? Because brushing with hard toothbrushes from experience, and I know I can be a little heavy-handed, brush so hard like I'm making my teeth bleed and just So learned, been there, done that. So brush more with a softer bristle. Okay? Or even the manual ones, which is an electric toothbrush, allows for a more consistent and purposeful brushing. And I believe that to be true from what they're saying, because it really, when you brush with one of those electric toothbrushes, it really gets deep in to get like anything that's in between your teeth that really maybe a regular toothbrush cannot. And I believe also that's why they say, when you floss and you rinse before and rinse after, when you just do your routine, it just makes it a little easier to get whatever is between the teeth that you can see or maybe can't see. I don't know, but I get it. And they did give me an electric toothbrush, and it is helpful. So with manual toothbrushes, you're more inclined to overbrush certain areas and completely miss other areas. In addition, electronic toothbrushes have a 2-minute timer built right in so that you are able to give every tooth the TLC it needs. Next is chewing on hard objects. That includes those acrylic fingernails, pens, and ice. Love ice, but haven't chewed on ice in a while, even before I had my teeth worked on. And never, ever use your teeth to open things. Okay, let's be real. How many of you guys have ever used your own teeth to open up like the top of a bottle? Okay, you can't see me raise my hand, but trust me, I have my hand up. I'm looking at it as we speak. I have no reason to lie. I have from time to time used my teeth to open up bottles. That is so completely wrong, right? Like, you don't think about things like that. You're just like, okay, let me just crack it open. And you go about your business. But I believe in the end that probably is definitely just messing up your teeth. If I tried to do that now, I probably would be gumming it. There's no way that I can do that now. But you don't think about those things. Wow. It's just kind of weird. You don't think about those things. So never, ever use your teeth to open things. Next would be freaking your kids out. So, when we want to take our children to the dentist, they're probably scared already. And if not, it's not for us. We as parents, we get a little nervous and we perhaps tell them to get ready for pain. But we don't want to we don't want to scare them more than they probably might be fearful or scared already. We want to do our best to keep them as calm as possible and give them reassurance that everything is going to be okay. In addition to the dentist doing that as well, he needs to do reassurance to the kids. I know I needed reassurance because I told my dentist I am having high anxiety. I am nervous. I am scared. But I have to admit, he had a professional bedside manner, and so did his assistants, and it made it more comfortable. Did the needles in my mouth feel so good? Not necessarily, but I calmed down, okay? I had to because this man was going to be messing with my mouth, so I had to chant, pray, do meditation, whatever I needed to do to calm myself down so that he could do what he needed to do. That's what I did. So I'm very appreciative of them. The next one would be replacing good old-fashioned toothpaste with weird fads. So some people say that they enjoy oil pulling and that it works for them. Everybody is set up different. However, the dentists say that it doesn't do anything to your teeth. I don't know. People say they do coconut pulling or they do some type of oil pulling and the charcoal powder. Okay. Some people say it works for them. However, doctors say it doesn't. So they say that it could be too abrasive, which can strip your teeth. I know I've tried natural vegan, toothpaste that had coconut in it as well as charcoal. It didn't, in my eyesight, or didn't, in my opinion, do anything wrong. I didn't hear my doctor say that it was a bad thing. I know I did speak to him about taking that medication for my diabetes and how high milligram that was given to me. That definitely contributed to me losing some bone density and calcium. So that's what I'm working on, rebuilding that calcium back up. So it's really a personal choice. You can hear the dentist out. I'm not saying that, but make sure that you do your due diligence with your research if you're going to use natural products. Also, do your due diligence with what they give you, because I'm not too keen on that fluoride in toothpaste. You can research it for yourself. You can believe it for yourself or not, but I'm not a fan of fluoride. So I do not use anything with fluoride. I still do use, I'm going to be honest and transparent, I still do use natural, organic, vegan toothpaste, but I just do more research, read the ingredients, make sure that it doesn't have what I don't want in it. And I definitely get the toothpaste that is geared towards sensitive teeth. And I do rinse, and I rinse with a mouthwash that has no alcohol. It's more natural, and it's for sensitive teeth. Me, I'm all about researching more and more. The older I get, the more that I do research, because we don't think about those things when we're younger. I know I didn't. I just went with what my parents said to do, and that was that. So just do your research. And number 9 and final, not taking prescription antibiotics as directed. That's a big pet peeve for a lot of dentists. Especially they want you to do that. For me, I had abscess on both sides of my mouth. Go figure. So I had to take antibiotics. Did I really necessarily want to? No, but I also did not want to take them and then be at a higher risk, okay, because I had an infection in my mouth, my face blown up, and I looked like a little squirrel with nuts in her mouth. So I did have an infection, and I had to take antibiotics. Okay, so I could get rid of that infection, and I had to take the whole thing. What they have a pet peeve about is if they give you antibiotics, they want you to take the whole bottle until it's empty to make sure that you have actually completed eliminating the bacteria. Okay? Because even if you take some and don't take all, you may have suppressed that infection, but the bacteria you still have bacteria in there. Okay. So as much as I'm not a big fan of taking prescription medicine, I just dealt with it and still did my own regimen with my vitamins and things like that. I just had to, like kind of schedule when I was going to take them. So please, okay, I know it's totally up to you guys, but if you're ever going to the dentist and you have some type of infection in your mouth and they give you a prescription, just complete the bottle and, just take it from there. So I hope that was helpful. I know it was completely off. I try to always, mix it up with, speaking about our physical bodies, our mental, emotional, financial, spiritual, all of that, because it is connected together. And when one is off, it's all off. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in if you did. And I thank you in advance for listening to the replay, which will be available shortly after. I invite you to my social media platforms, which of course I'm on Facebook right now, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I have a YouTube channel. You can find me on all of them under Aisha Speaks Jade. Again, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and my YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to by hitting the thumbnail, as well as hitting the notification bell for all alerts. My other social media platforms, please like and or join them. Share and support for 2019 and be honest about yourselves, because I cannot allow myself to certainly be in any type of negative situations. And if I am and it doesn't show me right away, once I do know, you are gone. Okay. You are the weakest link. So create your happiness, create your greatness, create your self toolkit for yourself. Always remember self-care, self-love, and self-respect. Follow your passion. Okay, be the kings and queens and goddesses that we were meant to be. It starts with you. Sending out positive vibes and energy, abundance and prosperity. I do hope that you enjoy the rest of the day. I will be back a little bit later. I'm going to take a little break. But until then, I say to you, Ashe and Namaste.